So anime in general is pretty strange and odd, especially when you get into the further corners of the anime sphere. You get into some very strange things. And over my time of collecting over the past about 4 years, I have encountered quite a few strange anime things. And today we're going to go over 5 really just odd and unique things in my collection that I think you might find at least interesting. So the first thing here is actually pretty new, so you might actually have this, and I don't know why anybody would keep this, but it is the McDonald's sauce that McDonald's in the US put out recently. They do special promotions now. They had the adult Happy Meal thing. They had the different singers putting out specific meals. Well, they decided to put an anime spin on their company, whatever. And we got with that a special sauce. Now, I don't know exactly what this is supposed to be. I'm not one that uses sauce that often, and I don't really use anything that needs sauce at McDonald's. So we have this. It's still full. I have no intentions of opening this. I'm just going to put it on my desk. So maybe in 10, 20 years, we'll open it and it'll make a good video whenever I'm 40, where I probably throw up. But until then, we have this odd McDonald's sauce that is not new, but interesting. Another one here that is not necessarily hard to come by, and it's not something that's necessarily strange in terms of if you know their company, but it's odd, and that's the Attack on Titan GFuel that they put out. It is spinal fluid, which is the flavor. I've never used GFuel. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. I don't know if this is any good, but it did look cool. I picked it up at an anime convention. They were selling a bunch of it. I wanted the tumbler. They didn't have the tumbler, so I just had the little container here, and it is full. Like the sauce, I have no intentions of opening this. This is just a good display piece, and I think this will keep a lot better than the sauce will. The sauce may become an issue at some point. This probably won't, but I think whenever they do stuff like this, they've done different anime with this before, so it's not necessarily this insanely strange item in terms of their company. Their company makes stuff like this, so it makes sense they would put out something like this. But it's still a gamer energy powder thing that is anime. If in terms of anime, this definitely counts as strange. And it is a conversation piece. Why do I have GFuel? Well, it's anime. That's why. Next one here is not necessarily strange as what it is, because we've got plenty of strange books and manga and everything. Trust me, there is some really strange ones that we have and that I have in my collection. But I think this one takes the cake, and it's actually a Japanese manga. And this was 3 volumes. It is over now, or I don't know if it's over now. I think it's over. But it is called G-Yoshi. G-Yoshi, as you can see there. That is the name of it. And you might say, well, this doesn't look strange or odd. This is just a wholesome book about 3 high school teenagers. They look pretty wholesome. I don't know what's so bad about this. They hear a rumor that if you don't masturbate, that your regions, your lady parts, will begin to stink. And so they create a club to prevent that. And I'll let you imagine what happens next. This is not an ecchi manga. Like, I can flip through the pages here. I'm not worried about showing you anything because it's mostly wholesome. But the concept is so out there that I had to pick up a copy of it. I've unfortunately not got volume 3. I do have volume 2, but I don't have volume 3. It's actually quite hard to find. This actually cost me a little bit to find, but definitely up there with the strangest thing I've ever read, but maybe we'll top that someday. The next thing here is this Cheeky Brat basketball here. It's a little squeeze ball thing. Now this is not necessarily odd. I just have always, whenever you go to anime conventions, they will usually give away like free stuff for you to go ahead and be like, hey, go buy our manga, go watch our new anime while you're airing. And normally it's like a bracelet or a fan or even like a postcard or a sticker. It's nothing like unique. It's usually very basic things that are easy to produce, that cost them nothing, and that they can give out in bulk. For some reason, Cheeky Brat here has a little basketball, which fits with their manga. Their manga is out. I do have a few of the volumes there. I've actually not read it. I've bought like 3 volumes, and I read a little bit of volume 1. It didn't click with me, and so I just never have gotten back into it. It is something I've heard gets pretty good, so I do want to check it out eventually. And I do have this, which kind of reminds me all the time to eventually check that out. But such a strange thing that I've never really seen done again. And basketball fits with their thing, like I said. So it does make sense. Like, it's not just randomly like if you threw like, oh, we're putting Attack on Titan on a stress ball. No, it makes sense why this is a little basketball. It's such a good idea, but very, very odd. And finally, in what is probably my strangest rent-a-girlfriend thing is this. This is actually official. It is a rent-a-girlfriend phone wallet. This is those things that and it's released by Crunchyroll. This is those things that they slap on the back of phones that I've never really liked. But people love these things. Like, they go nuts over these. And there's a rent-a-girlfriend one. It has Chizuru here. It has rent-a-girlfriend. It's in this little nice navy blue with the orange there. What makes this strange to me is just why. Like, it's kind of like with this, but this made sense. This does not. What I wanted to bring this up for, and this is kind of what made me want to do this video, was that the Crunchyroll boxes that we got a few months ago, or like a year or 2 ago, I don't know if they still make them or not, but they were by Loot Box, which is a whole thing. But they made anime boxes. They made a Crunchyroll box for a while. And they put out a thing saying, Rent-a-Girlfriend is in this box. And I was so excited because I was like, I was real big into Rent-a-Girlfriend at the time. I wanted everything Rent-a-Girlfriend. And this was like very early on Rent-a-Girlfriend. And I was like, oh, it's going to be like a shirt, or it's going to be, which I think we did get a shirt eventually in another box. Was it this box? I don't know. But we got a shirt with it eventually. So I was kind of pleased with that. But I thought, okay, maybe it'll be like, because they put out some really cool stuff with that. They did put out like specific items, like better than this, but themed correctly. And so I was really excited that we might get something cool. And we got this. I will say, my disappointment could not be topped. I was so mad. This is I am surprised I didn't cancel my subscription for that thing the moment I unpackaged this. But I didn't, and I ended up getting them for like 7 more months, and I unsubscribed like 2 months later, but I got them for like 7 more months, and I didn't even pay for them. They just kept sending the things to me. But now we have this. This is my wall of shame that hangs out up there all the time. But I got it. So anyway, that is kind of it for this video. It's kind of a shorter video. I kind of just thought of this idea, and I really wanted to just talk about this because I do think there is a video I could make talking just about the Crunchyroll boxes, but I want to look into that more. So if you enjoyed this and you want to see more of my strange and odd things, I can definitely go into like strange manga that I have. I have some really out there ones. But if you want to see me go into stuff like that, let me know. I have a few ideas for some really strange stuff that I can get into. maybe we'll do that at some point, but this is just a little teaser of what could be with these types of videos. So if this gets good attention, we will make more like that. But anyway, that will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.